sorry I am late. I took a nap after work. I did do a pressure washing job today for a lady in a very, very nice, she had one of the best views. It's just a block away from the river, and it's a high-rise, and it's a big complex to be working in, so I'm pretty excited to do work for her. So I made a little bit more money today, which is nice. I was hoping to have something lined up for tomorrow, but so far I don't. But doesn't mean I won't. I'm still checking on it every hour. It changes. You never know. I'm supposed to, and I hope that the person that wants me to do some painting on Sunday still hasn't reached out, but I know I do have work on Monday for sure, so that's good. Just trying to stay busy. I still have a full tank of fuel. I've been eating. Things are looking up on that. Like I said, right now I'm just saving towards getting the van fixed. I got to get brakes. That's working, but it's just got to get brakes done and a tune-up on it. It's definitely in need of a tune-up, and the brakes are horrible. So that's where we're at right now. Sorry I'm late again. Like I said, usually this is at 8, but I passed out after work today. My sugar went a little bit low, so it makes you feel really crappy after. Anybody doesn't know, I'm a homeless type 1 diabetic living in my van. Hello, Andrew. How you doing today? Hopefully everything's going good for you. Like again, sorry guys, I'm late. Usually we do this at 8. My sugar was really low after work today, so from work, I was pressure washing a massive deck, which was one of the best views. I should have took a photo of it and sent it to you guys, but I'll be doing more work for the lady. She's really nice. My post through the neighborhood app is going viral, really. It's just I'm getting all kinds of people who want me to do stuff now. It's sporadic here and there, but it's definitely great, you know. I have, like I said, I might have painting on Sunday. I'm supposed to be doing some mulch job, I'm hoping to. Monday I'm back at the farm. That's just a day's worth of work over there, but that's a full day at $25 an hour, so that'll help out. I think I'll do the oil change on Tuesday. That'll be good. So this thing, you know, we went from oh crap, sorry guys, I just completely, I know it's not the best view, sorry. I'm at the gas station, so the weather is absolutely perfect. This bit was in the mid to upper 70s today with a beautiful breeze, and it's a beautiful night. Weather's just been amazing. I can't really ask for more. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, work's going great. My name's getting out there. People are, you know, I'm getting great feedback from everybody I've been doing work for, so that's also really, really good. You know, if I can keep this pace, I can still be working for myself and stay busy the whole time. I won't have to get a regular job. I'll just stay busy with my, you know, doing my own stuff. Make more money that way, and it's a little bit more flexible. I like it. I much rather work for myself, so. As of right now, I'm going to continue on that path and just continue to stay at it. I got stung by a wasp yesterday on right in the palm of my hand, and let me tell you what, it is so itchy. It swelled up a little bit, but not bad, but it's just beyond itchy. I was like, I barely slept last night because the palm of my hand was just so bad. I'm wondering if the stinger is stuck in there. But it is just, it's just ridiculous, this bee sting. But I'm trying to see if I don't know, I should get some like cortisone or something put on it, but it's just massively itchy. First time I've been stung by a wasp, and I was pulling out these dead leaves, and apparently there's a wasp on it, and I didn't even see it. And I grabbed right a hold of the wasp, and it stung me right in the middle of the palm of my hand. So tomorrow, as of right now, I don't have anything lined up just yet, but that could change. I know Monday, like I said, I'm back on the farm on Monday. I am going to be, I did pressure washing and help moving some stuff from one unit to the other. I mean, this place is ridiculously expensive place that I was working in today. They're multi-millionaires, you know, that live in this condo right by the water. So it's pretty cool to be working for, you know, having some higher up, you know, class people that'll, you know, having them spread the word around, you know, is great. They gave me a nice Tommy Bahama beach umbrella today. I forgot it over there, but I got to go back to work for her anyway, so it's no big deal. She's a really nice lady. Hey James, how's it going? Hopefully everything's going good for you. We get to stare at a hearse today, isn't that exciting? kind of like yesterday, but like yesterday I had to end the live yesterday because the lady was calling me for today's job, so I didn't want to miss out on that because that was more money. She's really cool. I don't know what she does for a living, but good God, her house is gorgeous. The condo she lives. I got to get some pictures of that view from the deck from you guys next time I'm over there. It's one of the best views I've ever seen, you know. But hopefully in the next month I will be ready to be, you know, start saving for the boat. My goal is to come up, you know, probably $5,000 to $8,000. So I'm hoping, you know, $2,500 to $4,000 to save up for that, which should take me a few months. And then put a down deposit on one, and hopefully somebody will work with me on the rest. I might even be able to talk them down and buy it for that, but you never know. I used to live on a 40-foot egg harbor. I only paid $5,000 for that. You just got to look around for the right deals. And Florida's so overloaded with boats. You can get an older boat that needs, you know, just cosmetic stuff, but runs for a fairly decent price. And I mean, they have a full galley, a full head, a full, you know, full suite, master suite, and all that. And it's pretty nice living. So they're rather big. You know, it was great living. So that's my plan. Again, I'll have to get insurance on it because I'm going to be on the city mooring, and which costs monthly, but it's still much cheaper than a rent. So I will. Man, my hand is so itchy. Like, I don't know. I'm not allergic to them or nothing, I don't think, but it's just like it feels like my hand's on fire for like a day and a half now. But like I said, Monday I'll be back down at the horse farm. I might take a couple pictures there just of the horses and show you guys a little bit of the stuff. I just don't want to, you know, any of their personal stuff like their home or address number or nothing like that. I wouldn't want to put stuff like that online. But definitely want to start. I'll start taking pictures of some of the work I'm doing and show you guys. Really, like I said, I'm just so excited to be working, you know, pretty much almost full time for myself already. You know, I'm not making it rich right now, but I'm definitely, you know, I'm able to eat, you know, a couple meals a day now, and I'm able to have a full tank of fuel and not have to worry about that. So I haven't got to the saving point yet. Man, fuel is so expensive. Let me tell you, I just, you know, I had to put $70 in fuel in, 70 or 80 or something like that. I forget exactly how much it costs, but it's just getting so ridiculous. And that was only for, you know, I think that was like 12, how much? I think it was 12. It's 10 gallons is $40 right now. So I mean, it's just, and it was, so yes, it was close to 20 gallons. Man, this thing holds 30. So, and it's still not completely full. It didn't stop, but I think it should be almost full. But that still will last me a while. I'll get more gas on Monday, and I'll try to fill it all the way up. I just want to make sure I leave plenty of room for food every day because it is expensive to eat every day and all that. And then, of course, saving up towards, you know, eventually I can get towards, you know, getting the oil change, the brakes done, and then working towards the boat in that order. I think that's what I'm going to work towards. But I do apologize for being late today. I completely passed out after work. I was just so tired from my sugar going low. It dropped down to like 50, so that's a crappy feeling. Man, my hand is itchy. But we are at the Wawa's parking lot, and this is that's the funeral home right across the street. Like I said, it's not the best view, but it's where I'm at, and it's too dark in the van to you know, turn it this way, so you won't be able to see anything. It'll just be dark, and I don't want to kill my battery. So, but everything's looking up. I've got to, hopefully them people call me Monday about my my doctor stuff, so I can figure that out and get I gotta be seen by a specialist, get my diabetes doctor back. So my sugars, you know, well, that, and I'm not gonna have insulin forever. I need to be able to have all that. But the lady I worked for today too, so she might know a few connections too. So she's gonna let me know about you know, different doctors and stuff like that. Might be able to work with me. She took me down to Whole Foods today, had a nice sandwich, and which, man, I've never been in a Whole Foods store before. They're so expensive, let me tell you. Good food and all that, but they're just ridiculously expensive. But it was nice to have a nice lunch with her and all that today. Nice older lady, she's really nice. The deck that I had to pressure wash was just like, I don't know, it's just massive for one of those condos. She's got one of the biggest decks out there. I think she's on the 5th or 6th floor or something like that. and she's upgrading. She's moving downstairs one level. She's got a smaller deck, but a massive inside office and all that. So she needed more room for her business or whatever. Place is just ridiculously nice. And she's got some stuff that she needs to sell and all that. So I'm gonna put on Facebook Marketplace for her, help her sell that. She's gonna give me some of that. So work together. You know, it's kind of nice. You know, it's just things are just moving along swiftly, and I'm actually able to start making a little bit of money and I feel really good about myself. It's just, you know, it's very satisfying when you can do it yourself. Like, I hate asking for money, you know, like, or support. I mean, normal YouTube channels get support from viewers regardless, but it's not something that I want, you know, like, I like doing. I love doing a channel, and I appreciate everybody who helps, but it's nice to be able to do it yourself too, you know. So I want to say thank you again to everybody who has helped me, and we're going to continue growing this channel, moving it along. Our hours are moving so slow. We still need, like, 780 or something like that. A lot of it's because I haven't been going live long, just because I've been working a lot lately and all that. But it's just really nice to be moving along and you know, having some things done and whatnot. So we're not going to stay live super long because it is already late and all that. But I'll probably stay, you know, for another 10 or 15 more minutes or something like that. Make it a half an hour show probably, you know, so maybe another 20 minutes. But just because we're late today. Tomorrow, if we're not doing anything, I am going to do some live streaming and talking during the day. Not sure what time yet, but I'll just have your notifications on. We're going to go do a walk through it and stuff like that. Been feeling a lot better moving around. What's the hearse for? It's a funeral home. That's what we're. We're parked right next to a funeral home. Yeah, it's not the best view, but like I said, it's either that or some trees. So I figured I'd have a look at the hearse. I'll do some advertising for the funeral home. It's Gendron Funeral Home, right next to Wawa's in Sarasota, Florida. So not a whole lot to really look at when it's nighttime. I'm gonna try to do a sunset stream tomorrow too as well. So we're probably gonna go live at 7:30 tomorrow for this, or maybe a little earlier than that to do our sunset stream. I'll try to get at least a few of those in a week. It's a little harder when I'm working, but I'll make time for it still, you know, at least a couple times a week. But yeah, that's just the funeral home across the street, next door. Not sure if I'm going to park. I parked here last night. I don't know if I want to stay here tonight or not, but just because I don't want to overstay my welcome. But a couple of people actually, you know, sleep in their vehicles over here. I've noticed this other van right next to me was here a couple nights, so I might just crash out here again tonight, and then tomorrow will be Saturday, so I'll probably go down to the park tomorrow and sleep down there, and then park down there, and then Sunday will be at Walmart because the job on Monday is close to Walmart. So, but things are just doing, you know, good for once, and it's nice, you know. I mean, they're not great. I still get sick. I still do all this, you know. I still need a whole lot in life, but you know what? Every day is a blessing, and I'm very grateful for everything I do have. And for all our viewers and our channel moving forward. It's just been all around, you know, just a good experience lately. And I love this town, you know. This town is, you know, a very, very nice town. They're friendly. They're just amazing. You know, the outreach out here has just been, the support has been, you know, amazing. And even just people not even off from work are just wishing me luck and all this stuff. And they're just being, you know, like I said, that post went really big. And I'm going to continue with it, and I'm going to continue running off of it, and I'm going to continue working my butt off, and I'm getting great reviews, and you know, hopefully it'll turn into something big, you know, and then I can get back. That's my plan, you know. That's what I'd like to do. But first thing I got to do is take care of myself and get myself out of this van and into a place where I can shower and cook and do all that stuff, which would be the boat. So that's what we're slowly working towards. I wouldn't even say slow. I mean, I think by June, if I stay at this pace, I think by June I'll be out of the van, which would be amazing, you know. It's just been really good. So I can't wait to have a home again. It'd be very nice, you know. Living in the van is not the funnest, but it's, you know, I'm blessed to even have it. You know, some people don't even have that. There is a large homeless community out here, and it's a lot of them don't even have that, and it's illegal to be homeless in Florida. So I'm blessed to have, you know, I'm blessed to have this. So I just got to keep working for it. And there's a painting company, a smaller painting company, messaged me today too. Said he might have some side work for me, just to sub it out or whatever, or when they need a hand. So that's good. It's just like, every day, I'm out here trying my best, and I'm not just, doing these and just sitting in my van praying that everything works out. I'm busting my butt, because nobody's going to get me out of the situation but me. I mean, yes, support is wonderful and amazing, but in the end, it's all about what I do and my choices I make and how I choose to live with it. And that's what you have to understand when you're homeless. You've just got to keep looking forward to the days that are good, and every good day you have is just, a blessing. And if I keep trying, in a few months, 3 or 4 months probably, I'll be, I might not be homeless anymore. And that's my plan. It's going to take a while. I still got a lot of things I've got to do. Like I said, I've got to get brakes on this van. I've got to get this van tuned up. I've got to eventually get my phone switched over to my name. It's not even my name, it's my ex's name. Pay for all that. Then after that, start saving towards the boat. And once I even get the boat, then it's, I've got to get the stuff to whatever it needs and get it maintained for, being solar, off-grid basically living. So I get solar panels, and, I'm going to get a water maker and all that, and slowly just work on towards that, and, and just, set it up to where I can live comfortably. And then once the boat's done, I'm going to work on saving up towards another vehicle, because this thing does have a lot of miles, and I can't think it's going to last forever. So I've got to, be prepared, because if I lose a vehicle, then I'm back to square one, below square one, because then I'll be on the streets if I don't have my boat yet by then. So I'm definitely going to, keep that in mind, keep this thing going as long as I possibly can, but I've got to keep it maintained so it does that, because I lose transportation, I lose a lot of possibilities of work, and that's going to be really hard. So I want to make sure I keep this thing as good as I possibly can. It's running great. Like I said, the only problem right now is I've got to get the turning signals done, I've got to get the brakes done, and I got to get an oil change. I still haven't changed my turning signals yet, so that's dangerous. Well, and I don't want a ticket, so I really need to do those. I'll probably do those on Tuesday or Monday. Actually, I'll probably do them on Monday after work, because they've got tools over there. I know they'll let me use them. So I'll just pick them up on like Sunday, and then replace them on Monday or something like that, because the bulbs and all that for my turning signals aren't too expensive. At least that'll be one thing. And then maybe like sometime midweek or whatever, I'll get the oil change done, and then the brakes are going to have to wait a little bit, because those are going to be expensive. I'll have to see how much they're going to be, but I'm sure they're not going to be cheap, because I've got to change brake pads, calipers, and rotors all the way around on this thing. So it's going to be expensive. Probably at least $800, labor and parts or whatever. I don't even know. I'm just guesstimating. I don't even know how much it is for brakes, to be honest. But definitely want them. They're important. And I'm just going to keep pushing forward and working, as much as I possibly can. I'm so blessed to be working right now. I'm so blessed to have people who are actually, putting faith into me, or allowing me in their homes to do this work, and they don't know me from, anything. So it's really been nice, guys. It's been a great thing. But besides that, not a whole lot has changed. I'm just working my butt off and trying to stay as motivated as possible, keep everything, going, and then slowly working on getting that boat eventually and not being homeless. That's what I'm going to do. If I can work 7 days a week, I'll work 7 days a week. Sorry, guys. Big semi coming through. Hold on. But I don't care if I have to work 7 days a week for a month straight. I'll do it, If it's keeping me money coming in and doing all that stuff. And once storm season gets here, there's all kinds of work after a big storm. So we had a pretty dull season last year, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty active. But like I said, there's not a whole lot really much else to say what's going on, but I do apologize for being late. I'll probably, like I said, it's going to be a short stream today. I'll probably go for another 5 or 10 minutes, but there's not a whole lot really going on, not a lot of change. I am going to do a sunset stream tomorrow, so that'll be before sunset, which is right around 7:30, and then tomorrow morning, if at some point I will be doing a a little walk around stream or whatever, just showing you guys around Sarasota a little bit, around some more of downtown and whatnot. I think that'll be nice. Try to, keep up with my videos and my shorts. I know I've been slacking a little bit, but it's just been, my body's just not used to working right now. I've been, almost sitting in the van for a while. So now that I'm back to work, takes a lot out of me. So I've been, taking a lot of naps and stuff like that. But, if I got to do whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. And I got to put work first and then the stream second. But definitely still going to continue at it, though. I ain't going nowhere. We built a nice community, and I appreciate you all. Tomorrow we'll have a better view, I promise. It won't be a hearse. It's just, I don't know what's better, the hearse or the train tracks. I still think the hearse is a better view than the train track view we had before. It's really nice out here, though. I mean, like, I don't know if I can tell you. I mean, like, you either get a tree, and I mean, there's or the hearse or some more trees. And there's not much really to show. But there is a nice palm tree. Oh, that's a telephone pole. The palm tree's in the background. Where's the palm trees are over there. You can't really see them because it's dark a little bit right there. But anyways, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're probably just going to call it night. I really don't know what else to say, guys. It's been a great week. I appreciate the work. I'm really, really excited. Hopefully you guys come back tomorrow. We're going to do a sunset stream, and like I said, during the day I will go live at some point, hopefully, as long as weather permitted and everything. I haven't checked the weather, but as long as everything's good, we're and all that, I'm going to get a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow at some point we'll do a nice walk around, maybe like a half-hour walk around or something like that, and then we'll do our hour during the sunset tomorrow. So we'll have actually a pretty nice view tomorrow. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the button on the gimbal. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you guys wish to support the channel, you know what to do. And if not, I appreciate it anyways. Thanks for tuning in, and everybody have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go to bed because I am tired.